arrived, they were then held captive for around 48 hours, over which time they were subjected to cruel and unusual torture, the likes of which I have never encountered in any kind of drill or gang story in the developed world. Two 17-year-old youths were tied to a chair and beaten. During their beating, they were forced to play Russian roulette with a loaded handgun.
Oh, hell no!
In the premises.
I imagine that in real life, how intense that really is, bro. How intense that really fucking is, bro. Hell no, man. I couldn't even imagine with your homeboy across the table and you gotta, oh my god, pick you or him. What's good, y'all? Back with another little video today, you feel what I'm saying? Today we got us a Trap Lord Ross video about somebody named Presser who was kidnapped and they did some crazy shit too, bro. I don't know who he is, you feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tap in this video and see what it's talking about. I don't know if I put this on the first channel, second channel. First channel, second channel. I don't know, we gonna tap into it, fuck it.
Low. And Presser would end up catching a serious
case, who is Presser?
Getting charges that would haunt him for about a year and a half, just as he was beginning to make waves in the music industry. But this wasn't just a regular shooting or beating that you would expect a drill rapper to get caught up in, because the details of this crime were so incredibly shocking and serious that it's by far one of the most twisted things I have ever covered on this channel.
Wait, what the hell, Presser?
The streets of Toronto reached a new low in April 2016, when allegedly members of Toronto's young buck killers were throwing a party at a rented apartment. At some point, members of a rival Queens Drive Crip gang tried to crash the event, leading to an armed standoff in a hallway where around 8 to 10 shots were fired. Apparently, shots rang out after members of YBK rode up to the apartment in an elevator, getting out of the 25th floor to confront the Crips that had crashed their party, and immediately opening fire when the elevator doors open in a scene that was caught on CCTV and looked like something straight out of an old western. Now in this clip we see a gunfight in the hallway, followed by an alleged YBK member getting shot. You can barely make it out in the footage, but essentially a bullet grazes his head, narrowly missing, and after blocking the bullet he drops to the floor, heading over to take cover behind the closing elevator door. That bullet in the elevator looked a hair away from being fatal, and as a result the YBK members that had been shot at would come back with a serious response. Allegedly, the YBK members reconvened at a house in Swansea Mews, where they decided that they would target two people who had supposedly told the Crips that their party was going on. With it being said that the next day the YBK members summoned two 17-year-old Crips to a property. Now I'm not sure what they thought they were going there for, but when they arrived they were then held captive for around 48 hours, over which time they were subjected to cruel and unusual torture, the likes of which I have never encountered in any kind of drill or gang story in the developed world. According to the police, the two 17-year-old youths were tied to a chair and beaten. During their beating, they were forced to play Russian roulette with a loaded handgun. Oh, hell no! In the premises.
I ain't gonna lie, Russian roulette is crazy. We done seen it all in the games, in the movies. But imagine that in real life, how intense that really is, bro. How intense that really fucking is, bro. Hell no, man. I couldn't even imagine with your homeboy across the table and you gotta, oh my god, pick you or him, or you got the choice and you doing it to yourself, and oh my god, I couldn't even imagine the stress, the pressure, the anxiety, oh my god, from doing that. Could y'all imagine that, y'all? Like, real talk, imagine you sitting at that motherfucking table though, like, yeah, you
whatever was going on at that property was so bad that the police received multiple reports of suspicious activity and even visited the property. As a result of this added attention, the victims were then kidnapped and moved to multiple locations around the city to escape the cops as the
oh my god.
And at this point, apparently things escalated even further, with it being reported that the two kidnappees were forced to do things of a sexual nature. And that's not all. Apparently, these acts were filmed, and then the kidnappers got in touch with the victim's family, negotiating a ransom for their release. And the details for this ransom were apparently $3,000 for the release of the two kidnappees, and a final payment of $7,000 within a week, or the videos would be released. I have never heard anything so messed up in my life in one of these stories. So apparently the ransom demands were met, and the victims were released, eventually winding up in hospital, at which point apparently one of the victims made a statement to the police, which was then immediately withdrawn, but apparently there was enough forensic evidence for the police to go ahead and build up a case against the kidnappers without even having cooperating victims. And the police would go on to formally identify a number of potential kidnappers, even going as far as to identify the mother, sister, and grandmother of one of the suspects as people of interest too, because it was alleged that one of the places that the victims was brought to was a family home where everybody was in while this was going on.
Fuck out of here.
A few days after this,
fuck out of here. That's like me being at the crib right now and There's my two motherfuckers downstairs or outside in my garage, held captive right now, and I don't know. What the fuck out of here, bro? Or I don't know if they knew or if they didn't know, but what? You think I'm gonna let that fly, man? 911, what is your emergency? Oh God, I'm gonna tell them get that. Nope. They gotta go. Police, where you at? Oh God, like fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
The deal will play out. On April the 23rd, North Jane rapper Presser, real name Quentin Gardner, is arrested on charges of kidnapping,
19-year-old man did
unauthorized
that?
possession of a firearm, and assault with a weapon.
Oh
and when he got
my
to jail,
God.
Presser would quickly end up getting into a fight with some rivals there too. However, there would be some hope waiting for young Presser on the other side of the wall. Because while he was described as a primary instigator of the violence, Presser's lawyer maintained that he had only played a minor part in the incident.
Fuck
and
outta
Presser
here.
wasn't identified as the ringleader of the attack, as apparently the most severe punishment in this incident was doled out by a 17-year-old named Ty Shay Pistol Gordon and a 23-year-old named Lincoln Anthony Richards, with cops saying that they were both last seen in the Lawrence Heights jungle hood. Now, miraculously, in spite of these serious charges, Presser was able to make bail, during which time he would be free for a whopping 18 months. And thankfully, Presser truly used this time wisely, focusing intensely on his music career rather than the streets, finally giving himself an opportunity to escape the violence that had plagued him and his family for years.
Type shit. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine going through that,
Presser's
bro.
2016 track Demihana was still picking up steam when he caught his case. Now, that track was actually inspired by Chicago drill songs all about smoking your dead ops, and naturally, it was picking up a bit of steam over in the United States. Presser also dropped the song To Be Honest in February 2016, and when he got out on bail for those kidnapping charges, he just kept on dropping tracks like 100 Wassy Bars, John Connor, and Lavish, with these tracks leading up to his 2017 mixtape Press Machine. Then his January 2017 hit Novocaine along with Murder Beats was a hit, quickly picking up the attention of both The Weeknd and Meek Mill. And apparently Meek Mill even tried to sign Presser for a measly $20,000.
Tried to sign
20,000
Presser for like
20,000,
and he was going to give him a 10-month leased, like, was it like a Rolls Royce? Yeah, it was a Rolls Royce.
What type of deal is that? Fuck the Rolls Royce. I want the money. I don't got 20 racks to get signed is nowhere near a month or enough. What the hell? I need for my first signing, I need 250K minimum or 250K minimum. I really want 300,000 to 500,000, but my minimum is 250. They ain't gonna know that though. But I'm gonna tell them I want 500, and then we work our way down from there. You feel what I'm saying? But like, what the fuck am I gonna do with a Rolls Royce? You feel me? Like, they really think about this. Like, what am I gonna do with this Rolls Royce? Flex it for people? Show it off? What the fuck am I gonna do? I don't care what nobody think about me. You feel what I'm saying? I just want the money. I want to take care of my peoples. I just want the opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? Like, fuck the Rolls Royce. That's materialistic bullshit. Fuck that.
Royce.
Oh God.
Anywho, as he continues to pick up steam,
Y'all
in
agree with me
February
or not?
2017, Drake is seen rapping Presser's Novocaine on social media while he's in the UK. Now, Presser actually went over to London to network in the music biz, where he ended up linking up with Drake himself, who was out there on a European leg of his tour. Presser even posted up a picture with Drake, along with a caption saying that he had dropped $50,000 on a lawyer. This chance meeting with Drake eventually turned into a full-blown opportunity for Presser to open up for Drake on tour, with Presser opening up for Drake in Birmingham, that being his very first show.
That's
but the craziest thing of all was the fact that Presser was even given permission by the court to join Drake touring all over Europe while he was on bail for these serious kidnapping charges.
Right.
But they let him go, and this really was a genuine opportunity for Presser to go and do something productive and stay out of trouble, and I guess the courts could actually see that for once. So Presser joined Drake on tour along with Smoke Dogg from the opposing hood, leading many to believe that during this time Presser and Smokey had become friends, with them even collaborating during this period. Thing is, not everyone was thrilled about Presser joining Drake on tour. I mean, he was still sort of on bail for kidnapping torture. Many articles were ran around this time asking what Drake was doing to bring a serious accused criminal on his tour.
Rapper tours with Drake on European tour while on bail for serious charges.
And apparently the Toronto police were never even informed of Presser's relaxed bail conditions, and the local cops were positively punching the air seeing Presser running all over Europe having a good time, with the cops allegedly even contacting venues in attempts to get Presser's shows shut down from another continent. And we even got to witness Presser finding out about his shows being cancelled firsthand in Noisy's excellent Six Rising documentary about the Toronto drill scene.
Kidnapping and torture is just too far. Sorry for the late notice. The venue only raised the issue now. Sorry again.
Now, this was a dope documentary
outta
that covered
here.
a lot of aspects of Presser's exciting come up. And I think it's really important to just point out how focused he was at this time. He clearly wants to improve his life through the music and get as far away from the streets as possible.
But really, I'm out here. I'm the next guy to be doing it in the industry, you know? Well, what am I doing being a fucking gang member? What does that bring me? Like,
Damn.
you know what I mean? Right
Damn. The gang member tells you what is being a gang member gonna do for me, but you already did some bullshit, buddy. Well, you ain't gonna forget what you motherfucking did. You did some goddamn bullshit, and your ass, yeah, you feel me? You're tweaking, you feel me? And it's just sad, cause like, all of us want to get up out the trenches, you feel what I'm saying? We all grind to get up out the trenches, and y'all gotta put in that effort every single fucking day, you feel me? Just to get up out that motherfucker, bro. Oh God, it ain't easy, bro, but you gotta just keep going, bro. Through the highs and the lows, just keep going, bro. Oh God.
Like, what am I doing there? You know, like, I have better things and better plans for my
Right.
future. Like,
And throughout 2017, whilst on bail, Presser truly did stay focused, using his time in the UK wisely to collab with Peckham rap legend Giggs on the track Sexy, with that coming out only a month after Giggs had appeared twice on Drake's More Life album, so you know Giggs is tapped in with these Toronto mans heavy. And Presser went on to drop a whole second mixtape by the end of that year called Presser Brick. That project featuring arguably the biggest hit of his career so far, Canada Goose, along with fellow Toronto shooter Tory Lanez. Canada Goose sits today at a whopping 23 million views.
Damn.
But the biggest W of it,
and I've never heard that before.
would come for Presser at the end of 2017, when he was eventually cleared of all charges in that kidnapping case.
Oh, he got cleared?
This came after it was declared at a preliminary hearing that there wasn't enough evidence to identify Presser as the alleged gunman who struck the victim in the head, with it being said that the victim had tried to identify Presser using a YouTube video of him rapping, with all of that apparently just not being enough to wrap Presser up in the case. Now, those other two guys that were picked up initially with Presser were eventually convicted of the crime. Lincoln Richards was brought back to Toronto from Montreal to face charges. Interestingly, he was also a rapper that went by the name Ransky Gleechy. He got convicted and sentenced to 6 years.
Ransky fucking Gleechy. What the hell type of weird ass name is that? No disrespect, but bro. Coming up to the stage, we got Ransky Gleechy. Like, what the fuck is that?
While the alleged ringleader, Shade Pistol Gordon, ended up getting 9 years.
Damn.
So by the time the charges were dropped and the true ringleaders of the crime were sentenced, Presser had made good on his promise to get out the streets, going legit as a rapper in the music industry. Presser would eventually leave Toronto, moving to Los Angeles, going full Hollywood, even winding up in a romance with fellow squeaky voice rapper Coi Leray. But the thing is though, even after leaving the city, Presser would continue to maintain his ties to the streets, but in his music, using his hit songs as opportunities to disrespect his ops, whether fallen or still standing. And even though Presser turned his life around whilst on bail, not long after he caught that kidnapping case, a well-known rival from Rexdale would be murdered, becoming a name that Presser would mention and disrespect in his songs frequently to this very day. I'm talking about Sizzlack, aka the realist in the Six.
Oh hell no, that video crazy. I ain't even know that's the end, goddamn. Hey, that shit crazy, bro. Do y'all think he really did that though? Like, there's no way someone's gonna say you did that and you didn't do that. There's no way. Like, I mean, there's a way you get falsely accused, but like, do y'all really think he did that, bro? Bro, that shit crazy, bro. I couldn't even imagine like being the motherfucker that tie you up, do all this extra shit, and I'm demanding money, saying this and that. I'm doing crazy activity to you. Pause. I'm doing these crazy ass acts of violence to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, hell no. I couldn't even imagine me doing some shit like that, bro. If he did that shit and got away with it, he different. He different. I ain't even gonna lie. That shit crazy, bro. That shit wild. Hey, my man had Coi Leray. Hold on. He had Coi Leray. He had Coi Leray. Oh my god, I ain't even know that. I never even seen bro before. What the fuck he spawned from? Oh god, man. But let me know what y'all feel about this video. Let me know if y'all think he really did it or if he didn't do it. But this just shows, if you from the trenches and you put in the work, I mean, he obviously got a big boost from Drake and all them. They obviously uplifted the shit out of him. He got a handout. No disrespect. I mean, I ain't hating on bro. Shout out to him. I'm happy that he got the opportunity. You feel me? But it just shows though, if you from the trenches, bro, you can make it out, bro. If you grind, bro, just keep grinding. Don't stop. You feel what I'm saying, man? Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay up out the way. Stay on y'all purpose. Stay disciplined. Yes, Lord.